So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make these super cute bars of soap, and they're extremely easy to make. And yeah, I'm just going to jump right into it and go over what you need in order to make these. So one of the first things you're going to want for this is some glycerin soap, and I got this from Michael's, and I got the double butter glycerin soap. It was a huge block, but I've been using this for a while now, so it's only a little block now. That's why it looks all crazy. They have a bunch of different options. When you go on Michael's, you can get all kinds of different kinds of soap, but I got the double butter one, and it comes in a huge chunk like this, and it's completely unscented, and it's not colored. And that's so that you can add your own stuff and customize the soap however you personally want to customize it. The next thing you're going to want are some essential oils or fragrances. So this is a fragrance oil that I got from Michael's, and it's Plumeria. And I'm also adding some essential oils for fragrance as well. And I got these from a local health store, and the two that I'm going to be using are sweet, orange, and lemon, and these three scents combined smell really awesome, so that's why I'm doing that combination. You're also going to want some kind of soap colorant. The one that I'm going to use is lilac, and I got this from Michael's as well. There's a whole soap making section in Michael's, so you'll be able to find all of this stuff right in one aisle. You're also going to want some rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle, and we're going to use that after we pour the soap into the mold, and that's going to get rid of any air pockets in the soap and make it nice and smooth. And you're going to want a mold. This is actually a baking mold, but I'm using it for my soap. It's a silicone heart mold, and I find that the silicone molds make it really easy for the soap to come out. There are soap molds. For example, I got these from Michael's, and it's a clear little mold. And there's also ones that you can get with designs on them. But for this video, I wanted to use the heart ones because I think they're super cute when they're all done. And like I said, it's really easy when you use the silicone ones because they fold right out. And I got this in the baking section in Michael's. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your soap and cut off a big chunk. There really are no measurements when it comes to making a basic bar of soap. If you wanted to get into like specific kinds of soaps, then yeah, there are exact measurements you need to use, but when you're just using the bar, there really are no measurements. You kind of just go off of what you want personally, depending on how many bars of soap you want to make. And now I'm just going to get these chunks and cut them in little cubes and put them in this glass measuring cup. And I'm cutting them into cubes so that it melts easier in the microwave. Now that I cut that all up, I'm going to put it in the microwave. When you microwave this, you want to do it in 20-second intervals just to avoid it from burning, because if you were to put it in for a minute straight, the actual soap would burn and it would leave a terrible scent. So I put this in the microwave for 20 seconds, and I wound up doing that 2 times, and a majority of it is melted. There are still some chunks in there, but I'm just going to mix it around, and most of those chunks will melt on their own because the soap itself is hot. So now what I'm going to do is add my soap colorant, and this is in the color lilac. So I added 18 drops so far, and I'm going to mix that around and see what it looks like. So as you can see, it didn't really do that much, so I'm going to add some more. How many drops of this you add is completely up to your personal taste, depending on how dark you want the color to be. So as you can see, I ran out of my lilac, and I'm still not satisfied with the color that it came out. So I'm going to add some different colors in there to darken it up. I have this seafoam blue color, or I guess you would call it seafoam green, but I'm going to add a couple drops of that in here too. And I'm also going to add in some pink, and these are all soap colorants, they're not food coloring. Okay, so I'm happy with that color. It's a nice lavender color. So now I'm going to add my fragrance, and this is the same as well. You can add as much of this as you want. It depends on how strong you want the fragrance to be. Once again, this is soap fragrance, so it is completely safe to be putting on your body. And these are essential oils, so they are completely safe to be putting on your body as well. The scent of this reminds me of summertime right now, and I love it. I just want to add as well that if you wanted to, you could get soap glitter and add that into your soap as well if you wanted some glitter mixed in with your bar of soap. This is from the soap making section. You cannot just add regular glitter. It has to be glitter that is safe to put in soap, so only get the glitter that is in the soap making section. And I actually am going to add some of this. And there's Mr. watching to make sure I do everything correctly. So now what I'm going to do is get my rubbing alcohol and spray the mold that I'm going to be pouring the soap in. And this is going to prevent any air bubbles. And I actually have a little bit left over. So what I'm going to do is pour it in this mold, and I'm going to make more soap and do a two-toned bar. So I went ahead and did all of the same steps that I did with the lavender colored soap. I just added a different color, and I also put a lot less of the soap. And I'm going to now add this over top of the lavender color, and that's going to make a two-toned bar of soap. But before I do that, I'm going to get some rubbing alcohol and spray that over top of that layer. And what that's going to do is make sure that these two layers adhere better together. And I'm just going to pour this over top of it now. And I actually just messed that up, but it's okay because it's going to look cool anyway. The teal was still too hot when I poured it over top of the lavender, and it kind of broke the mold a little bit, but it's alright. It'll look like a cool tie-dye soap when it's all done. So yeah, now I'm just going to let these set. If you're going to just leave it out on the counter, it's going to take at least 2 to 3 hours to completely harden. But what I'm going to do is let it harden enough that I can actually pick this up and transfer it into the fridge, and that will make it harden a lot faster. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours, and I also had these in the freezer, so these are definitely done. So I'm going to take them out of the mold now. And to do that, I'm just going to flip it over and push it on out. And they come out super easy. That's why I really like these molds. So now I'm going to do a close-up. As you can see, it did kind of melt through a little bit on this one. But I still think it's super cute, the two-toned soap. And you can see the glitter in it. And they just come out really cute. They're really cute gifts to give to people. And they're also just really cute to have. It's definitely a fun craft, and it's super easy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe learned something, and I don't know. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoy DIY videos. And make sure to subscribe so that you can stay updated with all of my new videos. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!